All right, I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. We're live.
Wow.
They can hear us now. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
How you guys doing? A long time no see.
Wow.
Are you okay?
I'm still sleepy.
You slept for 2 hours.
You don't understand. I was in a food coma.
I know you were in a food coma because I was there. I also ate. So, hi guys. Hey Peef. How you going? Also hi Caden Animated. It's like their first stream. I'm happy this is your first stream.
Wow.
Wow. So, if you guys are new here, I guess this is weird. I don't normally do this. I am Twisted Disaster / Michi, and I'm here spending my 10-year friendiversary with this slut.
Yeah.
Who are you? Who are you? You gotta.
I'm a creature of the night.
You gotta know. You gotta be profesh.
Why? It's friendiversary. I don't have to be profesh.
You slept for 2 hours on me, bro.
See, that just shows you I'm not profesh. I literally fell asleep during the movie.
You didn't say who you were. You just zoned out.
I'm Anna, and that's who I am.
And what's your username?
Oh, I'm EmpressKaiju on everywhere, so that's me. Sorry if I sound half awake, because I kind of am. I'm very sleepy.
So yeah, this is just a chill, hangout, question, blah stream. You guys want to come have some fun? Ask us art questions and stuff. We haven't done a stream together in literal years.
I think the last time we had a stream was like one of the last times she came over to my house, and we streamed for like a little while, but that was like freaking ages ago, like literally 6 months ago.
That was before your air conditioning broke.
Yeah, it was.
Because we were in the room.
We were in the room and we weren't dying in the heat, but yeah.
Oh, people want to know when you dropped the Aerofx name.
Oh, when or why?
Maybe both. Just do both.
I just wanted something different, you know. I've had that username for literally like over 10 years, so it's just like I need something new. I'm having a midlife crisis when I'm not even middle-aged, and I need a change. So.
Well, I think a big thing too, I've been a lot slower. You like went ham with your rebranding. I've been really slow on it.
I did, because when you're stuck in a house with no AC and you're going crazy
in the heat,
it makes you start thinking of things like a crazy person. And so I'm like, I'm gonna shed my skin.
But yeah, something we both realized was that, like, I was also given some advice a while ago. It's why I actually technically have, like, a mascot, because a lot of people started interpreting me as my character Tetsu, and while I love her and she is the main character for my biggest project, she's not my mascot or a representation of me. And I wanted something that was more close to me, that can represent my, like, my brand and my stuff as a whole. Like, you see it a lot with artists. So, I'm getting an icon from EmpressKaiju. You have good arts. Pyth likes your arts.
Oh,
it's a peef.
Thank you. Speaking of those freaking commissions, obviously I can't do them because I'm at her house, but I'm starting them on Monday. I've already sketched out 6 of them, so they're on the way. It just might take a while.
Yeah, she had to do some emergency commissions to help her hubbins buy shoes.
Yeah, because unfortunately my husband has gigantic waffle stompers for fucking feet.
He has I forgot, he has like size 15 feet, right, or something?
15.5 to 16.
That's right.
I freaking shoe
That's
size.
right. I totally forgot he's got I always forget he has giant ass feet.
No, seriously. Like, the only place he can buy shoes is one place, and that's it. Because everywhere else they're like, yeah, we don't carry your size. We got size 14. He's like, I wear size 15.5 to 16. So there's like literally only one place that he can actually go to, like physically in person, to go buy shoes, and they're like $200 fucking dollars.
Yeah, because they're so big.
Because they're so fucking big, and I'm
like,
Jamie and your fucking giant
crab.
I love this
you guys can't see it, like it. I want to like look at it later.
I like swimming crab. He's cute.
Hi, Lily. Hey guys. Tips on learning how to draw the bits, aka boobs. That was a question.
Tips on drawing the bits.
I actually kind of like that.
Referencing, so that might require you to look up some shit you probably don't want to.
Something else that helped me, like, this sounds kind of gross, but it really helped me. Like, imagine a, like, half-filled water balloon, and, like, how
literally
it moves.
practice with a half-filled water balloon.
It really is, though.
They
like,
have the same freaking consistency
of a natural breast.
of a natural titty.
Because,
so if you, like, put that balloon on a table, it's gonna do the same shape as if you were to slap a titty on the table.
Yeah, people seem to forget that, like, because I will admit, I have some characters with anime titty, but, you know.
And this is coming from someone who doesn't draw the most realistic boobs, but I try to keep them in the, like, hey.
Proportion section?
They're proportionate, and they could possibly be possible, but, you know.
Like, when you see perfect
like,
circle boobs, those don't exist. Unless you have.
Like, gravity-defying air balloons.
Yeah,
like
shelf.
Ball titty.
Like shelf, yeah.
Like, here I am, I got beach ball titty. Yeah, I'm gonna float off into
Science
space.
with Michi and Anna.
Yeah, science. Art science.
But, the time has come. Titties are just tumors on your chest. I mean, technically they are just flabs of fat.
Yo, it's the only good fat I have.
Where were we going? Oh, we were going with branding originally, then we got the titty question.
Oh, yeah, titties.
So, when the branding thing happened, it is really good advice, especially because neither of us are big. Like, in the grand scheme of thing with artists and stuff, we're
nobody. I'm a no one. I am just a one.
And since, like, I've started recently on the con circuit, I'm also, like, nobody. So, it's one of those things where you want to do it, it's better to do it early, to have, like, okay, this character doesn't belong to any story, belong to anything, it is just, like, my mascot. And then, okay, gotta hide that. Sorry, buddy.
Did someone say PP?
Yeah, no. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I had a couple of, like, really bad people in it last time I tried streaming on YouTube pop up, and it was, like, nasty. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be watching the chat for those guys. Sorry. I don't mind cursing or anything, but there's just a certain line you don't toe.
I remember when I was streaming on Picardo a lot, I had to ban a bunch of people because they were just being really inappropriate. And I'm like someone who's not like,
yeah, I don't care about
dirty
cursing
jokes or whatever. Like, whatever, I'm fucking used to it. But it's like, you're making my chat uncomfortable with the shit you're saying. So no, you're bye.
Yeah, please, I feel uncomfortable. Yeah, exactly. I don't like people feeling uncomfortable. Like, again, what?
Another one of those things is, like, always makes me uncomfortable is, like, when people bring in their super deep, heavy life drama, and I'm like, I am not a fucking therapist, dude. Like, please, I can't deal with your problems. I'm not a professional.
Oh, yeah, Peef is here. Thank you, Peef. Because Python is a wrench. So Python will be out there. I'm across the line underwear. No, see, that stuff's fine. I've got nothing wrong with that or curse words. It's more just like...
It's all about the intention of what you're saying.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can tell when someone's just...
You can tell when someone's being a joke and someone's being nasty. And not the good kind of nasty.
No, like, funny, nasty joke. Like, you're just being a gross gremlin.
Wait, it's past midnight for me. Wait, it isn't always past midnight. Everyone, we love Pyth. Pyth is good bean. Pyth is good blessed bean. What up, daddies? How are we daddies now? We're daddies.
Oh, shit, we're daddies.
So what's up? Because someone's like, what up, daddies?
I mean, I'm just sitting here recovering from a 2-hour nap.
Yeah, we were watching a spoopy movie, and I was showing Anna the ruins, and she fell asleep during, like, the best part.
I was really in a heavy food coma, and I was trying so hard to keep my eyes awake. I was just, like, struggling. And I think it didn't help that I was leaned back completely in this armchair, and it just kind of felt like a bed. I'm like, I'm gonna go sleep.
Yes, Grass, that is fine. It's like, can I vent about my stupid code? I'm like, go ahead, that's fine. But yeah, I showed her the ruins, and we didn't get to the best part. Spoiler for the ruins, by the way. It's free on Amazon Prime. It's about killer plants.
Killer plants.
And
I love me some B-grade horror films.
Yeah, like I have always been a huge fan of B-grade horror.
I know that's so hard because like I have to deal with people who don't like those kind of movies. I'm like, but they're like they're so bad. I'm like, that's what makes them good though. They're terrible. They're my favorite kind of movies.
Could be the cursing. Yeah, YouTube is like, I have no problem with cursing. I have no blocked words, but I know YouTube is like,
you said fuck.
Like, I know someone said uterus once. It wasn't even bad, and it got flagged. And I was like, okay.
That's not very progressive of them.
Well, I also know that there's this YouTuber I follow. He does, like, kind of podcasty stuff. And he is pretty political leaning. So, like, be prepared for that. Because I like having a, like, repertoire of different political sides to listen to every now and then. Because I think it's good to challenge your beliefs, you know, instead of just listening solely to one side. But, his username is The Ranting Monkey, because he just loves monkeys. And
Ew.
And because I know
Negative points for him because monkeys are disgusting.
But apparently the word monkey gets like flagged in his chats, and he's why
is it racist or something? Or racist against monkeys?
Yeah, and so but like people are like, but that's his username. So when people will like try to @ him, their comments will be blocked out, and he's like, YouTube, what the heck?
Well, anyway, monkeys are horrible creatures. I don't like them. So maybe they should be banned.
The Ritual's a pretty good horror. Ritual's good. That's actually a really good horror. You didn't like?
No, Ritual, no. That movie was good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was a good movie.
I was like, I thought you were like, no, it's shit. And I'm like,
no, that was a good movie.
I loved The Ritual. It didn't go the way I was expecting, and I liked the thing without saying what it is. I
loved it. I was just like, oh, baby. I love it. I love really weird, fucked up shit like that.
Let's see. But, like, my favorite genre of horror, because we don't really have any questions right now, people are going to make fun of me, but I love found footage movies.
That will have to be on one of my top favorites, because I like those kind of movies, too.
Like I don't know. There's something a bit more realistic about them that I kind of like.
If they're done well.
Well, yeah, if they're done well. And obviously some of them are done really bad. Like, I loved the first Hell House. Remember I showed you that one?
Yeah, that one.
The first one's really good and, like, really like, oh, what's happening? Like, what is this? Then the second one came out and it was like, what the heck? And then the third one came out.
They made a third one?
It's on Shudder. Oh, I have Shudder. I can show you, yeah. It's only on Shudder. It's bad.
Oh wow!
But that's a good bad. Like it's like the best B movie ever. I was like watching it. I'm like, this is a train wreck, and I love it.
I love.
But yeah, the first Hell House was really good and unsettling, and I liked it. Or Lake Mungo.
Lake Mungo was good.
That one was good.
I watched that one last night or the night before.
Why do people keep saying the Blair Witch Project sucks? Which one?
Which one?
Because there's technically 4. No, wait, there's 3. I'm wrong. There's also a game. There's 3. Because there's the first Blair Witch. Then they had Book of Shadows, which that was a whole disaster fire. If you're ever interested in it, I believe Chris Stuckman did like a whole like in-depth thing explaining why Book of Shadows is so bad and what they originally wanted. But then they made the new Blair Witch, the one you and I saw.
Yeah.
And I liked that one. So I liked the original Blair Witch, and I liked the sequel that came out in 2016, 2017.
The newer one.
Yeah, but the stupid thing is it's called The Blair Witch. Like, so there's the Blair Witch, which has the poster of the chick on it. That's the first one. And then the Blair Witch, that's the red poster. That's the new one. That's the sequel. So, I know this is off topic, but do you have any advice for someone in a long-distance relationship? My boyfriend and I haven't seen each other in 2 years because we're both minors. Oh, hey, you were in a long-distance online relationship for a while. You got any advice?
I was an adult.
I know you're an adult, but do you have any advice?
Advice? I don't know. I'm not a relationship counselor.
You were in a long-term online relationship before you moved out here.
I don't know what to suggest. I'm not this kind of person.
I'm sorry. I don't have advice on that either. I've never been in a long-term online relationship in that sense. I'm sorry.
Like, I don't know what kind of advice you want. Like, I'm not good with that kind of stuff.
You also don't have an anniversary. You guys, like, don't care.
We don't really even care about anniversaries, so it's like... I'm not the right kind of person to ask this question.
Sorry. Oh my god. I love these stickers though. I'm so happy they really are weatherproof and waterproof. Like, I was so skeptical. And then I'm like, oh, it's true. You want to feel them? They're pretty nice stickers. I was
feeling them earlier. I'm just rip.
Oh! Let's see. I finally figured out my Halloween costume. Oh, that's awesome. I'm not going... Oh, wait, hold on. I read Pet Sematary years ago, and I found it boring, but I might enjoy it now that I'm older. I've heard that with a lot of people. I've heard that, like, Pet Sematary really gets you if you actually have a kid. Because... Okay.
Are you talking about the old one or the
No, the
remake?
The book.
Oh.
The remake was terrible.
I heard that it wasn't.
It was very... They put the entire movie in the trailer. Literally the entire movie's in the fucking trailer.
And what was the fucking
point?
Like
the first one, the first trailer was really good and really suspenseful and got me really excited even though I read the Stephen King book. It didn't freak me out. The Shining actually freaked me out. Not in the way a lot of people were freaked out. I actually, like, seen people talk about the Shining, like, movie and book and they're like, I was so scared to, like, take a bath for months. I'm like, ew, what?
I was like, I hope you were using baby wipes or something because you're going to stink like ass.
I know. I'm like, The Shining freaked me out of, like, going insane. Because the whole point of The Shining on top of the magic stuff, the, like, basic core is delving into insanity. And that's what freaked me out. Was just, like, a slow descent into madness.
There's only 2 movies that have ever scared me to the point of, like, actually being terrified. One, E.T. I can't fucking watch that movie.
That scared me as a kid. I don't know why. As a kid, I could watch horror.
Even as an adult, I can't watch that movie.
Yeah,
I can't fucking watch it. I'm just like, I can't. I just can't watch it.
No, I'm the same way.
And then the movie Dark Skies scared the shit out of me.
That's a good one, though.
That honestly scared me for like 3 weeks. I couldn't sleep. Mm-hmm. Because I've already had horrible alien nightmares, like, throughout my entire childhood. I would have nightmares about them. Uh-huh. And so that movie just fucked me up even more.
Yeah.
And then the worst part of it was when I went to see Dark Skies for the first time, it was the very first date Chris ever took me on.
Oh my god, that's right.
And he was all like, oh, we're gonna go watch a movie. I was like, okay, cool. It's called Dark Skies. I'm like, I had no fucking clue what it was about. And so we're watching it in the theater. And then, like, the more we're watching it, I was like, Chris. He's like, what? And I was like, what is this movie about? And he's all like, oh yeah, it's about aliens. I was like, I fucking hate you. So yeah, that's how our first date went. And pretty much I was scared for like 3 weeks and I couldn't sleep.
You want to know an alien movie that actually freaked me out? So Dark Skies, the twist got me, like, actually, like, really unsettled.
Yeah, that's what fucked me up. That movie fucked me up. It really fucked me up.
Sorry that we're talking about spoilers for these movies, guys, if you want to see them, but they're also old. They're also...
like, they've been out forever, so, like...
Well, some people... I mean, to be fair, though, there's a lot of horror movies that have been out a long time that people haven't seen, you know?
I mean, Dark Skies has been out, like, since over 5 years.
This came out in 2008, and you hadn't seen it, and it was pretty widespread when The Ruins came out.
Yeah, but whatever. It's been out
Anyway,
forever.
You're right. So, but the twist in it was that, like, they set it up as, so spoilers for Dark Skies.
If you haven't seen it, even though it's been out forever.
They're setting it up that it was the other kid.
The little boy that was kidnapped.
Yeah, they were going to set it up that it was going to be like the little brother that was going to be kidnapped the whole time by the aliens. And that pretty much, I love that every time they met someone, they're like, there's nothing you can do.
They're just like, yeah, you're fucked. It's like,
they're like, you can fight it, but there's nothing.
On top of that, like, that movie made it extra scarier because, like, only because I've had family that has dealt with shit like this before, and I'm just like, oh, the movie fucked me up even more. Because, like, my dad told me of, like, shit that he's seen.
Yeah, and
I'm just like...
didn't your dad experience a time skip, too? Like, when he was driving somewhere?
Yeah, he was driving in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, so, like, I have family have dealt with, like, supernatural shit all the time, and, like, I was haunted by things.
Yeah, we both had very hardcore paranormal experiences.
Yeah, so, like, that movie fucked me up, and, like, aliens are just one of those things that I'm like, especially not Grays. I don't fuck with Grays. If they're hot aliens, maybe.
Did either of you see Alien when it was in theaters again? When was Alien back in theaters?
I think they did.
Did they like the thing for, like, Halloween? Like, because it's October?
Did they do? I didn't hear anything
Well, someone's asking. I haven't seen it in theaters. Like, I never got to see it in theaters. I was too young.
Alien as in xenomorph aliens?
They just said alien, so I'm assuming that's what they mean. Good. We're talking about spooky movies and paranormal. A movie that messed me up when I was younger that came out was The Fourth Kind.
Oh, God, no! That movie fucked me up.
Yeah, because when I saw that movie, I was in middle school because it was PG-13, and that movie genuinely terrified me.
Yeah,
and then it wasn't until
the first time I saw the movie, I wasn't even a kid. I was a fucking adult when I first saw that movie, and I was like, this movie still fucked me up.
Well, it's a movie that's a really good mockumentary style movie. Yeah. Because it's fake. It's very fake. Because, like, what got me... Because I was one of the people that believed it. Like, I full on believed it.
It was, like, actually...
But someone pointed out a really good part was the fact that, like, one of the parts that was real footage was of this dad shooting himself.
Yeah, I was like...
And yeah, they blurred out, but, like, I found out, because I started getting into, like, Hollywood law and shit... It doesn't matter if you blur it out. Like, by law, you are not allowed to show that. Yep. So the fact that wasn't a PG-13 movie and it was real footage, like...
I was like, no, that shit was fake.
I was like, ah.
But honestly, everything about that movie fucking scared the shit out of me, though. I'm not gonna...
Thank you, Peef. Someone was spamming. Let's see. I don't much like horror movies. It's okay, Kat. Don't feel bad.
No, they definitely aren't for everyone.
They really aren't. Plus, it doesn't help that, like... Again, I love B-grade horror movies. A lot of people don't. A lot of people love horror, but they're like, I only like good horror. And it's like, okay, enjoy the good... You can't
take the good without the bad.
It's like, enjoy that good 5% of horror movies. Because that's realistically what it is in, like, a trial of stuff. Oh, God, like, there was this one found footage movie I saw years ago. I don't remember what it was called. But it was some kind of haunting movie. And it was pretty much like a knockoff of Paranormal Activity. People can fight me. The original Paranormal Activity... Okay, the original Paranormal Activity is the only movie... Because I saw it in theaters, not knowing anything about it. When I saw that movie in theaters, because we were in a dead theater by ourselves, it was just me and Cody, the atmosphere got to me so bad I actually cried.
Oh, wow.
Like, I'm ashamed of that now, but at the time, because we were in such a dead, quiet theater, it was literally me and Cody and, like, one other couple, like, way in the back. So, like, it was dead quiet. So you could really, like, focus in on it, because...
Now, one thing that I really hate is, like, I don't like really seeing horror movies in theaters, and it's not even because it will scare me, it's just, like, everyone else in the theater pisses me off because they won't shut the fuck up. Like, when we went to see It... I was sitting next to a bitch who literally was like, and I was like, oh my God, can I freaking stab you? Like, shut up. It's not even scary.
Honestly, same. Like, when I went to see It Chapter 2, I told Cody, I'm like, listen, it comes out today. I'm seeing a matinee. Like, because I was not going to see it the day it came out at night. So I woke up, I went to the theater at like 10 a.m., and I went to see It Chapter 2 because there were a lot of people in the theater. But these were a lot of people that were like me. It was like, we want to see this movie and we don't want to, like, have the experience ruined. Now, I will admit, It Chapter 2 is not as scary as the first one.
No, I actually liked it, though. Man.
Oh, no,
I had fifis.
No, I loved it a lot. I think it was a great character study. Like, it was a great transition of this.
From the fuckery that was the last movie.
And spoiler for it, but... The part that really got me, so spoiler for It Chapter 2, I'm saying it right now, I'll say when I'm done in a minute, but when they're in the quarry and they're all having fun and Richie just starts crying, like when that scene happened, I was like, oh, my feelings.
My fifis.
Well, because it was so good. It was like, it's like everyone's like, yeah, and then it's just like, I'm gonna fucking cry, man.
It's like, I'm like, you know what, you get to cry.
Alright, okay. Unmute, you're good. It's not that big of a spoiler, but there's a scene at the end, so there's that. So, sorry, spoilers for Chapter 2. I will say, though, it's a lot more gory and it's a lot more CGI heavy. So if you're, like, CGI sensitive, because there are people who are like that, like, actually, like, a lot of CGI, like, actually gives them headaches and stuff.
So, you know what gives me headache? Not really headaches, but trips me up? Like, you know how they have, like, the 4K TVs? And sometimes they seem too fucking real. Yeah. And I'm just like, my brain, my eyeballs can't register how fast
did you see they have a new one now. Like 1080p isn't even the big thing anymore. Now it's like 1280p or something, and I think they're working on either 8K or 5K TVs. And I'm like, I do not want a window. I do not want to see the pores on someone's face.
Like that's freaking weird.
Like, for me, that freaks me out. Yeetus the fetus. I don't know why someone just put that in the chat. I thought it was funny. But, let's see.
Okay, is it just me or is this picture kind of tripping me up? It's obviously like a little tips on how to draw fingers in perspective, but the way that this picture's put together, I'm like, why does it look like it's coming after me?
Ah, you're right. I don't like it.
Look like his fingers.
Let's see. Hold on. I mostly like the shit that's like messes me up psychologically, but it's not scary. Like, I don't have nightmares, but it humbles me, and I'm like, I like living. I really like living. No, I will agree. I really liked Joker, because Joker is like...
I haven't seen it yet.
I won't spoil it, but I'm saying that is a psychological horror. Like, it is a psychological horror. It's not a thriller. A lot of people are like, it's just a I'm like, it is not. It is a psychological horror, and it's really good, but I really want the marketing to stop being like, this movie is going to influence a bunch of people, and it's like, no, it's not.
No, it's not,
really
because
not.
people have been killing each other for stupider reasons before Batman.
Exactly.
And Joker.
So
and what's you can shut the fuck up.
And what's so funny and sad is someone's like, if you literally took this entire movie and didn't have it in Gotham and didn't have it be Joker and like some other guy, people would not be saying this. They would just be like, oh, it's just a Joaquin Phoenix movie. And once I heard that, I was like, oh shit, you're right. So... Are you an audio horror, like creepy, distorting sounds person, or a visual horror? Actually, that's actually a good question. I never thought of that. Question? Okay, so like, what trips you up more, visual horror or like auditory horror? So like you hear something like in the background. Honestly,
I feel like I can be both.
I'm actually pretty okay, cause like. I don't know.
I feel like it has to be in context, I guess, for me.
I mean, I think I think what they mean, what exactly? I'm not gonna say that cat because that can get me in trouble. But yeah, look, it's like
what?
That's so true. Like what the media has been trying to say. But I'm sorry, you're not asking me, but I want to answer anyway on both. I mean, that's fine, guys. If like you want to answer questions in the chat too, go ahead. It's a chill friendiversary.
I'm a huge fan of creature features. Like that's my realm of genre.
I love creature. Well, the hard part with creature features is they very rarely do it right because they don't.
Well, first of all, it's a creature feature, so you should never put it on the top tier rung of movies in the first place. It never should be because it's really hard to make a creature feature really fucking good. So like 90% of them are terrible, which. For me, I love them anyway because I love creature feature movies, but things like Alien is a perfect example. Or I should say, every Alien not after the third one, because like the first two were good. All the other ones are kind of just like thrown up in the air and are kind of they're fun in their own right.
It was
but
like
not good
now
as
this
far
isn't
as
a
movies.
horror thing, but it was like my dad telling me. It was like when people were bitching when Godzilla came out, and they're like, "It's all monsters, and there's no story." And my dad,
but the thing is the first one they bitched, "There's not enough monsters." I'm like, "Yeah, so we gave you more monsters, and now you're bitching that the human element was lost." I'm like, so therefore it was the perfect movie because no one watches a monster movie for the people.
That's what my dad said.
Nobody watches it.
My dad was. I really hate. I could go on a whole rant about like just the whole like. It's the same thing. Like I've actually heard people be like. What would what was his name? What would Stanley Kubrick think of like Thor? And it's like he'd probably hate it because it's a fun comic book movie. It's not meant to be deep.
like stop getting opinions from people who wouldn't fucking give a shit.
You know what movie scared me was The Blob and The Thing. Yeah, okay, I will admit those like when I was younger. Like
The Thing fucked me up as a kid.
Well, they said the reason why is because it's like it was just to kind of like unsettled you, and to me that's a good horror. You know, a good horror, you're leaving the theater or you're leaving after it like unsettled. You're not like scared, but you're kind of like on edge, and you're like, hey, I'm thinking about it. What was I saying? What does a friendiversary even mean? Well. Should we tell him the story?
It's basically like a wedding anniversary, but with friends.
We have matching tattoos. We are pretty close.
Yeah, we got matching tattoos, so that's like the closest to like.
What was it? What was it? Fusion activate.
Fusion activate.
They can't even see us. Forma. Oh, we can't be Twisted Dracona anymore.
We're gonna have to
change our name.
We're gonna have to evolve into something greater.
Well, you designed her last time, so you'll have to design it.
Oh. Well, put it on the list of
Things we have to do. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. Also, don't feel bad if you guys aren't horror fans. Like, I understand not a lot of people are horror fans. A lot of people, like, because of my art, are actually really surprised that, like, I love horror because my stuff is so colorful and everything. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Okay, so I was telling my group chat this, and because I always say, and Anna knows this in person, but like, I love colorful characters, and color's just not on me. And I had someone at San Japan like mention that. They're like, "Oh yeah, you really stand out from your."
Yeah, it's like sometimes like you see, because I've been to enough artists nowadays. It's like you see that artist and they straight up look like their art and dress like their art, and I'm like, wow, I wish I could be cute like that.
Ooh, that's a good one. Pyth's like Twisted Kaiju.
Ooh, strange creature. I'm gonna charge my phone.
Oh, I have a brick over here if you need it.
Well, mine doesn't have the fucking USB port.
Oh, that's right. Yours is dumb.
Mine is stupid, so I have to use the wall.
That's right. Sorry. Does anyone here know As Above, So Below?
Oh my god, I love that movie!
I love that one, but that one got overplayed for me. Because, like, that was one that, like, I showed my friends, and then my friends would show their friends, and so I ended up watching it, like, 8 times. But it's a really good movie. That's a really good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I was
actually surprised how much I like that one.
Yeah, same. I'm a happy blonde who likes magical girl anime. I scare people when I say I like heavy metal. Oh my god, I know that feeling. Because I like all kinds of music. What kind of coding are they doing? I don't speak code. I'm sorry. Beep boop.
Beep bop boop. Is that robot speak?
Oh no, wait, you're right. 0011000-10.
Yeah, I'm a robot. Okay. I don't know nothing.
Good luck with your coding though. That is a skill I wish I had the patience for, because that is I can't do coding. I can't. I suck at it. I don't have the patience for it. Oh, okay. Well, ask away. Type away. No question. But yeah, no, like my husband, like Cody, he I don't like a specific genre, I just like vibes. Yeah, same. Let's see. The one. Wait.
I'm the same way. It's just like I'll just listen to music if I like it. I like it, but I'm a heavy EDM junkie, so
yeah, you're into a lot more EDM than me. What's really gotten
it's because like I grew up on that shit because of my uncle and my aunt, and they would share that stuff. So I never like I was like, who the fuck's Beyonce? Who the fuck is Drake? I don't listen to that shit. I listen to fucking Porter Robinson. Okay, leave me alone.
I only speak in emojis. You know what's really sad and really, like, cliche?
What?
So, I've been really... You're gonna make fun of me.
Lately, what haven't I make fun of you for?
Lately, I've been really, really into those, like, 5 hours of, like, vampire gothic background music, and I've been, like, putting that on. I said it was bad, but I don't know.
I thought you were gonna say I'm super into... long videos of vampire ASMR, and I'm like, I would be like,
that stuff exists, and I'm like, I can't. Yeah, like I love vampires, but I can't.
Let's date a vampire ASMR, and I'm like, first of all, whispering sounds freak me the fuck out, so I can't listen to that kind of stuff.
You got me into the stupid slime and soap cutting ASMR.
Soap cutting ASMR is a treasure, and I like it.
In this house, we call it ASMR. Thank you very much.
ASMR. It's called ASMR. But
it's just so, I don't know why. Like, I love vocal music, like with lyrics and stuff, but lately I've just been good for atmospheric stuff. Like, I would say in the past couple of years, I've recently got into like background music in games. Like, I never like disliked it, but I never understood people who are like, oh my god, I love video game music. And now that I'm like older and I can like appreciate it, I'm like, oh my god, wait, this video game music is like awesome just for background music. Like, another one too, that I really, like, I don't know, I guess I slept on, even though I was a big fan, was I didn't realize how pretty Skyrim music is. Like, it's really pretty.
I think I have, like, all the Skyrim musics on my computer. And I was like, and I've never even played Skyrim.
You're gonna have to, you're gonna have to help me find the link so I can pay and download for the music from you.
Me.
Because, you know, we don't support illegally downloading stuff in this house. We do not YouTube support, nor have we ever participated in such
Just
an
like
act.
I definitely pay for all of my anime. Definitely, because I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Dovahkiin. What killed me was I forgot my brother said it, and now I can't hear the main song without going, Dovahkiin, Dovahkiin, something, something, something. And I hate it.
Okay, but honestly, I heard that song be performed live at a concert.
I bet it was
Holy
pretty.
Shit.
It's pretty, right?
Like, you don't understand that song until you hear it penetrate through your skin by an actual live
That is
choir.
so sexual.
Like,
Damn.
no, I'm not kidding. Like, I saw it at that concert, and I, like, literally, I felt like it penetrated through my skin when I heard that song. I was like, holy shit. Am I ascending to another form of being right now?
Sable, I wouldn't know. I want to play Bloodborne. I've never played.
Bloodborne is delicious.
I know it is, but I've also stayed in the dark with it because I always want to play it. It's like dirt cheap now. The PS5's coming out. I should probably just get it. You know what makes me sad, though? Like, Bethesda has sucked Skyrim's cock for all these years. And I'm like, where's my Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas port? Like, even I'll take a Fallout 4 port. Like, come on, man. You put Skyrim on, I think.
Well, that's their baby.
What I think is so funny was, like, Skyrim on Alexa was, like, meant to be a joke, but it's a real thing.
Wow.
So, like, I've actually seen people do, like, if you have an Alexa, you can play Skyrim. And, like full on, they actually coded the text in the game.
Why?
I just think it's funny that, like, they didn't just do it for a meme. Like, it's real, and it's free. For the Alexa, it's supposed to be free.
Well, I don't trust Alexa. She's a bitch.
How about Hey Google?
Fuck that bitch. No. I don't trust any of those bitches.
Oh, well, that's awesome. This person's like, I made a Pokemon game. Better be careful, though. Nintendo gets on those ROMs and those ports like crazy.
I remember they made that one fucking knockoff Pokemon game.
Oh, God, that one was so good. I played it. It was so much fun. And then I had to update my computer and it was gone because they took it off. Like Nintendo, like, sniped it. Even though it was a free game. Like, that's what makes me mad. Is like, it's a
like
free game.
they weren't even making money off of it. They just did it for fun.
Maybe when I get some. Oh, thank you, Sable. But you don't have to worry about that. My birthday's coming up. People are asking what I want. I'll just be like, someone... Actually, no. I made that mistake one year. I'm not making that mistake again. I'll just wait and buy it myself. Because one year I told my friends, I'm like, man, I really want to get Fire Emblem because I'd never had Awakening. I got 3 copies of Awakening. Because I made the mistake of saying I wanted it. And then I was like, shit. I now have 3 copies of one game. Oh, that's awesome, man. Let's see. Normal people. Wow. How do you have so much music? Me. The secret ingredient is crime.
Honestly, that's how
YouTube, we do not support.
I don't support
Not
that.
at all. No.
Not at all. I have always and forever will
Even
pay for all of my music.
Even though I have never heard of the website called LimeWire.
Nope.
It does not
I've
exist.
never heard of such a thing. What? Pyro Cakewalk software? Never heard of it.
How did an update remove a program you installed? I don't know. But it did. Like, a lot of people were like that. They had that same issue. It was so sad. It was such a good one. Like, they went out all the way. Let's see. You guys got any more questions? Questions or likes or concerns?
Cash contributions would be nice.
I mean, I have super chats, but I never really ask for super chats. If you guys want a super chat, I mean, they are very greatly appreciated. LimeWire. Oh my god.
Oh yes, the days of LimeWire.
Dude, past the Fire Emblem, I love those games. Oh, it's so good. I love Three Houses.
I just see all the memes. I'm like, I don't know the context of any of these.
It's so bad because I find so many, and I'm literally the only one who's gotten far in the game. Same with Lana, because Lana and Brad have not gotten far in it, and they're like, I don't get this meme.
I see you two share a bunch of Fire Emblem stuff. It's like, I feel like I would understand these jokes, but I've never played a single Fire Emblem game, so I don't understand the context. But I support your obsession.
Well, if you had a, I'd actually be worried about you getting it for the Switch. I think you would get way too invested.
Oh, God.
Because I will admit, because the thing with this one is it has technically 4 routes, and me just doing the Blue Lions route, I put like 28 hours into just one route.
Bitch, I'm still playing Breath of the Wild, and I'm still not even done with that game.
Yeah.
I take forever to beat games.
Even
though I've already seen that game pretty much from start to finish already.
It's spoopy season, so pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin pie. So I like pumpkin spice latte, but I will admit, I actually really, really much would rather have. I had the pumpkin spice frappuccino, and that was really good. But I also like. I'm weird. I like not having that stuff year round. I like it being seasonal. Because then it's like I can look forward to it. As for pumpkin pie, I fucking love pumpkin pie.
Oh my god. Fuck me up with pumpkin pie. I can eat that shit all year round.
But I also just discovered about Starbucks' caramel apple cider, and now that I know this exists, I'm like, baby. My Hero Academia. Yeah, I love it, but we haven't seen the new episode. Or episodes.
I already watched it. The new one
of course
comes
you
out
would.
Sunday.
Well, here's the problem. Cody needs to watch like 3 episodes in one go.
Well, that sounds like a him problem.
It is a him problem, but I can't watch it without him because then he gets booty tickled.
Oh my god.
He does.
Booty tickled.
He does. Like, I swear, like, that happened one time. I watched one episode of Demon Slayer ahead of him. Just one. And he was like, you watched it without me? And then he literally didn't want to watch it for like 2 weeks. And I'm like,
wow.
Bitch.
What a wiener.
It's not just him, though. I know so many people who are like that if you're watching something as a couple and they find out. And it's like, honey, I love you. But why?
You're like, I want a divorce.
Let's see. Was there ever a time where you looked at your sketchbook and said, I want to draw gore. What should I draw? Yeah, quite a few times, but I don't tend to draw a lot of gore. I want more practice.
I want to get good at drawing gore because unfortunately my comic will have probably a lot of it.
I mean, there has to be a lot.
I was like, yeah, so I gotta learn how to draw death and destruction.
I'm like, I know your characters and I know a lot of the plot. There's no way you can
get away with not gore, so yeah, I gotta learn how to draw
even suggestive, like, spoopy shadows and stuff, like, you're still gonna have to show stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, people are gonna get fucked up.
Especially, for certain parts that you've told me about that I can't mention.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, I gotta get good at drawing death, blood, gore, disembowelments, and probably organ mutilation because I gotta get good at that. And you know what sucks? A lot of horror artists that like draw a lot of that stuff, they're just like, the only way to get good at drawing that stuff is look at like roadside victims and look at people who have been like mutilated, and you have to look at that stuff so you can learn how to draw it because like that's how we learn.
It's the same with roadkill. It's like if you don't have the stomach to look at those kind of photos, you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, so I'm just like, oh, that's gonna be in my search history, fucking gunshot victims.
Yeah,
in my search history.
That's really true. It really is because it's sad to say, but if you want to be like accurate, you have to look at those references.
Yeah, because otherwise, like, yeah, your person got maybe ripped in half, but if you don't know like at least something about organs, then you're just gonna look like a lump of meat and not really believable that this person got ripped in half. Beakers, it's a beaky boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. I give you a spanking. Fingers. What are you doing? What do you eat?
Is he eating a feather again?
No.
Okay. He keeps eating feathers. Sorry, I was texting something. Let's see. So I have Hulu, so the new episode drops tomorrow. Oh, well, that's cool. Enjoy it. Like I said, I don't have to wait. I told
Ashley, I was like, I'm coming home Sunday. You better not watch them new anime episodes without me.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to wait till there's like 8 episodes in before Cody and I will be able to watch it because Cody's a I know.
Because like literally the second they drop, like everyone
it's all over Twitter.
Like, oh, I gotta watch it now.
Well, like I know that bird guy is in it now.
What, Tokoyami?
I don't know who
fuck. What? I mean, we watched the first.
He's got like red wings.
Oh, what? Okay, I was thinking the actual.
I don't know who he is, but I know I've seen like fan art of him from people, and like people seem to love him and Endeavor together.
Yeah,
like,
I've seen a lot of gay porn of that one.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know about you, but I know people want you and Endeavor to bone. So like,
yeah, but yeah, I'm ready. Also, I know a lot of people hate English dubs, but for me, I'm just like, dubs mean I can draw and watch TV at the same time.
You know what's sad? When I watched Yuri on Ice, I could only watch the dub because they actually went the extra mile to have the people from different countries have accents.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so much more magical. I watched the entire thing, and I was just like, this is fucking beautiful now. Like, I'm like, it's so fucking funny.
I know people, like, hate it, and they're like, the Russian accents sound fake. I'm like, but they're Russian. Like, it adds a differentiation to it.
Yeah, and you know damn well, if they didn't, you would have bitched that they didn't.
Yeah.
So it's just like...
and the sad thing is, let me admit, I'm not cultured here.
Okay, for example...
I couldn't tell if they did in the Japanese dub, because I watched a couple of episodes in Japanese to see it, and I'm like... It's not the same. I like that they made the people from other fucking countries sound like they're from those countries.
Example, because the Golden Wind arc of JoJo got a fucking English dub, and so everyone was bitching that, like, Bruno doesn't have an Italian accent, or, like, they don't have accents. I was like, okay, first of all, how much you want to bet if they would have dubbed it with the fucking Italian accents, you guys would have bitched because it would have been, like,
really stereotypical
Italian accents, and then you would have been pissed. Uh-huh. And then we'd have to deal with,
it's
that. It's like, you can't win with these people. Just shut the fuck up.
It's like, I loved Assassin's Creed Unity, but I was so pissed they didn't give them French accents.
You know why?
No, I know.
Because
people didn't like it.
The test audience hated it. They're just like, we hate this. So that's why they did it with British accents, because it was easier for people to listen to.
I know, which is dumb. That made me so mad. No, but they didn't. Yeah,
because they hated it so much.
Yeah, no, I remember there was one review that full on said, like, yeah, he's not sexy when he speaks with a French accent. It's like, wow, okay. That sounds like a you problem.
But yeah, the people hated it so much that so they just sort of like, okay, they're have English accents.
Yeah, now that I guess they're British in France. Exactly. Let's see. But yeah, like, I don't know. I love when people go that extra mile. It's the same like when I read books and people actually type out dialects. Like, when people have dialects, that's something I always like. Mm. You know, like, again, my characters from my main story, they're from all over the world. So yeah, technically, if anything was to ever happen, they would all have really thick accents. Hey, Bruno, gimme dim arrow, boy. That's what someone put. I don't know what that means. I don't JoJo.
Bruno Brugiati. He's so
Dude,
beautiful.
What the fuck? I don't.
You don't understand. Bruno is bae.
Did you finish fucking? What was it? Did you finish?
I know. The last time I went, I was like, I need to finish that show, and then like.
Because then I'll watch JoJo. That was the deal.
Mom was like, "Oh, we're gonna watch this show," so then I kind of forgot. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to watch the last episode here because at this point, like, I'm gonna just keep forgetting to watch that last episode.
Is that what we're gonna do? I'm gonna show you the last episode of Haunted Hill,
and then I'm gonna force you to watch JoJo with me.
Okay, so some context, because people are not gonna sure what we're talking about. So we made a deal last time she spent the night here. That was like, because I showed her House on Haunted Hill,
which is a good show.
It is a good show. I love that show. Again, good horror show. And Netflix did.
I watched all of it except for the last episode, and then I was like, okay, I have to watch it when I get home. It was
the last two.
It was the last one.
Was it the last one?
It was the last one. I only had one episode.
Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, and then Anna was like, because she showed me and Cody like 2 episodes of the dub of JoJo, and I was like, the fuck is this?
I was like, yeah, and then it's a big.
She made us. She's like, I will finish House on Haunted Hill, but you gotta watch all of, what was it, Act 1 or something?
No, like, you have to watch the first season of JoJo. At least just the first one. I won't force you to watch any more if you can't handle it, because I know it ain't everyone's cup of tea, but it's definitely my cup of tea. Oh, but yeah, I still have to watch that fucking episode.
Oh, who's your favorite JoJo character? Because I don't JoJo, but someone's asking that.
First of all, how dare you ask me that question? But I don't really have a favorite.
I thought you liked the first one, like
no,
the OG.
I like so far because I haven't finished Golden Wind yet, so please no spoilers.
Is that the new one?
Yeah, that's the newest one. But like, I have characters I like from every arc, I guess I would say. Like, I don't have like an all around just favorite, but I will say I love Star Platinum. He can get it.
Hold on, I have to change the date on this. I realize it says the 7th, it's the 18th.
Oh my god, I don't even know what life is anymore. But yeah, so I don't have like a super strong favorite JoJo character. I just like a lot of them so much that I can't pick which one. I don't even have a favorite JoJo because I love all of them.
Isn't one like an asshole though? Like no one
likes him? Let me just clarify this. Jonathan Joestar is the only one that deserves the good boy title because he truly was the only one who was a good boy. All the other JoJos after him were all just a different breed of asshole. Okay? Literally, that's how it is.
People are losing it that I don't JoJo now. It's like my favorite character is Dio and Star Platinum.
Oh, Dio's my favorite boy. He's my favorite villain. I stand Dio hard.
All I know is his head's in the jar.
Oh no, that's in the first part.
Oh, okay. Finger vampires, but he has fucking fangs.
They're like, Dio, why do you have fangs? You don't even suck people's blood through your fangs. The aesthetics.
From everything I know about him, that seems like in character. That would be like a full reason.
He's so much that I love him. That's why he's my favorite. Out of all the villains so far, he's still my favorite. I'm like, you are just a beautiful bastard. I love you.
Well, I think it's like the first 2 seasons are on Netflix, right? That's how you were showing it to me?
Well, technically they list it as 1 season, but it's part 1 and 2.
So is it... Wait.
That's how they have it on Netflix. I don't know why they have it. It says 1 season, but it has part 1 and 2 together.
Ooh, chicken legs or chicken thighs? I'm a leg girl. I like the legia.
Legia? I'm all about chicken titties.
I mean, well, they didn't ask about breasts. They asked about...
I do like chicken leggy.
They asked between leggy or thighy, and I like leggy. If I had to pick between leggy and thigh...
I like chicken leggy, but chicken thigh have good skin on it.
I'm actually not a big person on chicken skin.
I'm going to kill you.
I was raised...
chicken skin!
I was raised by a health nut. I, didn't have actual chicken skin until, middle school. I'm not kidding.
What a sad life you must have
lived. I didn't have a burrito until I was 16, and I grew up in California my entire life.
What a sad life you must... I know! Because I remember the first time you had a hot dog for the first time. You literally texted me screaming...
No, it was a pork hot dog. I've had beef hot dogs.
Pork hot dog, and you were just like, I've eaten pork! And I was like, what are you talking about? You're like, I just had a...
It's back when it sounds so weird. It's like back when I was a Jew, because I was raised Jewish. I'm not that anymore. I'm a witch now, so...
Just like...
That's a real 362.
She straight up was texting me. I was like, "You're eating a hot dog and you're freaking out."
I had a crisis eating that goddamn pork hot dog.
She's like, "It was so good." I was like, "It's a hot dog." And I was like, "Oh right, your mom was a health nut person. Never did anything pork or anything."
Okay, if you don't have a strong fave character, do you have a least favorite character in JoJo?
Pineapple Boy.
Who the hell's Pineapple Boy? That doesn't help me.
The fucking... I don't know. Who do I hate?
Wait, is Pineapple Guy... Is that the guy... I'm trying to remember from the fan art, because I see so much fan art. Is he the one that wears, this weird, yellow, tracksuit looking thing, where it's got, black through it?
Shit. I don't remember. I'm not that far into the Golden Wind arc, but whatever. Who do I hate the most? I'm trying to think.
Is Pineapple Boy Gimo? Gimo? Giomo is what they spelled. Giomo.
No.
Oh, there's an R. Oh.
No, first of all, Giorno's a fucking precious child.
Oh.
It's not delivery, baby. It's Giorno. Just saying.
Anna! Oh my god, let's see. What's our favorite Ghibli movie? So my favorite one for nostalgia reasons is Kiki's Delivery Service, but if I had to pick one standalone movie, it's Howl's Moving Castle. Because Kiki's Delivery Service will always have a special place in my heart, because that was my first Ghibli movie.
I feel like everyone has that first Ghibli movie that's just so special to them, and for me it was Princess Mononoke. That was my first Ghibli movie, and that movie will always be right here for me.
Yeah, my favorite, like I said, it would have to be Kiki's just from nostalgia. Story, I will admit, either Howl's Moving Castle or Spirited Away are really close.
And I have to say probably second close to that would probably be also Howl's Moving Castle.
What's weird though, okay, so Spirited Away, I liked it as a kid, because that was the first Ghibli movie I ever saw in theaters with my dad. And this was actually a really interesting story. We were gonna go see a bad horror movie, because at the time I couldn't get into horror movies by myself, so my dad would have to take me. And we saw a poster for Spirited Away. And my dad was like, "Oh, hey, that's that Japanimation stuff."
Japanimation?
No, they used to call it that back in the early 2000s.
I understand. Grandma, when I was living, she called it that shit too. I was like, Japanimation.
That's what my dad, that was just it. And so, and I remember being like, do you want to see that? And because like I had never seen anything on it. And my dad going from, let's go see some B-grade horror movie, I don't even remember what it was. It's like, yeah, let's go see that. So I got to see it with my dad. And I remember I loved it, but wow, was it weird. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be that weird. And then as an adult, because I've watched it over the years, but, like, Spirited Away has this weird thing with me where, like, as I watch it as I get older, it gets, like, more and more unsettling, if that makes any sense. Like, in a good way, because, like, as a kid, it didn't register, like, how long they'd been gone and, like, how, like, the car and everything.
You know what movie fucks me up? My Neighbor Totoro?
I've actually that
movie fucks me up because as an adult I realized like how actually fucked up that movie was.
I never saw that one,
and I was just like, as a kid, I'm like, Totoro, yay! But then
See,
as a kid,
that's
I was
when
just,
we're gonna have
and then like as that's how I was as a kid, but as an adult, and I was like, this movie's fucked up.
Why? I've never seen it. I've never seen My Neighbor Totoro because everyone I know is like, I don't own it on DVD, but it's good. And I'm like, thanks. How am I supposed to watch it?
Yeah.
This was before streaming was like common.
Yeah, but pretty much, yeah. I was like, wow, this movie's actually really fucked up.
Isn't there like some dark like thing that like the kids are dead?
Yeah, they're actually dead. Like as a kid, I didn't register that until I was like an adult. I was like, oh shit, these kids are fucking dead. Because
I've heard people say that they're like the plot twist is that they're dead.
They're fucking dead, and like fucking Totoro's like the fucking spirit shit that takes the kid's spirits.
So he's the Grim Reaper.
Kind of, pretty much.
Oh, like he's the like the guide.
Yeah, similar to that. And I was like, wow, as a fucking kid, I never put that to fucking
Totoro is creepy.
Yeah, like as an adult, like I was like, oh fuck.
Okay, I will admit that's not a Ghibli movie, but oh my god, A Silent Voice messed me and Cody up.
Oh!
That's the deaf one.
Oh, yeah. It's on Netflix. Like, I was like, a bitch ain't gonna cry, ends up crying at 3 a.m.
No, Cody and I were like, 'cause we had seen it, ironically enough, it's not there anymore, but they had the entire English dub on YouTube for free in HD with no ads.
Wow.
And I was just on a whim. I'm like, I'm gonna look it up, and I'm like, it's gone now. But Cody and I were like, hey, let's watch it, because we hadn't seen an anime movie. Both of us at the fireworks part, because I don't want to spoil it,
God.
we were like holding each other and we were both crying. Cody doesn't cry. He was like, oh my god.
Seriously, like,
oh my god.
Because Ashley and I were watching it with Mom.
That is such a good movie.
And we were watching it, and then, because apparently Ashley had already watched it. And
yeah.
so she already cried already about it.
So she was good.
She told us about it, but then, like, you know, we watched it, and I was like, it's not that bad. And I'm just like, I'm like being a bitch. I'm like, why is the bitch crying in the club right now?
Yeah. Oh, that's a movie. Let's see. Hold on. Sorry. Who's our least favorite My Hero character? I don't really have a least favorite. Like, Minetta's gross, but I don't, like, hate him.
I would have to say he is probably my least favorite character, but I don't hate him either.
Okay, you know who's my least favorite? Just because I don't think he does anything?
What?
It's the tail guy. I don't even remember his name.
Oh, fucking Monkey Tail Man?
Yeah. Like, nothing against him, and I don't read the manga, so don't someone be like, in the manga, he's got this.
Actually, the manga, I'm like, shut up, I don't have
Because here's the thing. I used to read the manga, and then I got to the point where, it's not really a spoiler, that came out a while ago. Okay, where All Might isn't All Might anymore, when they fought, like, the All for One guy, or the One for whichever one he was, and he, like, deflates. And I remember reading that, and I'm like, I can't keep reading. I can't go this far ahead.
Yeah.
And then wait for the anime. And like, in that moment, I told myself, I'm like, I'm just not gonna watch. If it gets canceled, which I don't think it is, because at this point, My Hero is going the way of Naruto.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because I love My Hero. That's not a knock on My Hero. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just not gonna read the manga anymore. So I know some people like I guess what's his name? The Shinzo, I think it is. I remember the mind control guy, the purple haired guy.
Yeah.
I know. I guess like he became a fan favorite. So like now in other arcs, he gets like a whole arc and stuff. And I only know that because
honestly,
people.
I like him a lot.
No, I like him a lot. No, I like him a lot too. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, so I already know a lot of stuff. Like I know about him getting his own arc. And I guess the bird guy wants to fuck Endeavor, or just people want him to fuck Endeavor. I know about Todoroki and the slurping noodles, because that was everywhere when that happened.
I even redrew that with my own character.
I know,
because I was like, that panel's
that's a mood.
Hilarious.
But that's true. That is such a thing that he and his dad would do.
Yeah, I'm just like, that was fun.
Let's see. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess besides Monkey Guy, like, I just because I don't think he does anything. At least Duct Tape Elbows dude, like, can do something.
But you know what? I don't trust Invisible Girl.
Oh, I don't trust her.
I don't fucking trust that bitch.
I totally believe the fan theory that she's a double agent. Again, don't spoil it if it's in the manga. We don't know. But I do. Like, as of right now,
after like everything going on, I was like, I don't fucking trust that bitch. I don't trust that bitch. Every time I see her on Scridge, or every time I saw her on screen, I was like, I'd stare at that bitch. I was like, I'm watching you, bitch. I don't fucking trust you, Invisible Girl.
As for my favorite character, my hero has to be the one anime where I love Deku. Like, I normally never like the main character. Like, they're okay, but they're not my favorite, but I love Deku.
Because Midoriya is wholesome.
He is good boy. Ever watch Assassination Classroom? No, but I hear a lot of people tell me to watch that one. I don't watch that much anime, only because, like, kind of like Anna, like, I do love a good subtitle, but I have to be like, okay, I am going to sit and watch this.
And for me, that's always a problem because, one, I have attention problems. Two, I like to multitask.
Yeah.
Like, draw and watch. Uh-huh. So when I have to sit and watch subtitles, I'm just like, I have to control myself and sit in one spot for, like, a long period of time while I read, and I can't do that. Mm-hmm. So people can fight me, but I prefer dubs just so that I can fucking do other shit while I'm watching.
Oh, yeah, no, same. But it's like, and there's some that I can't watch dubs for, because, like, so, Cardcaptor Sakura has a very special place in my heart, but I grew up on the terrible
4Kids version.
4Kids dub that I did not realize how, like, anti-gay they were. I did not, like, realize that.
Really?
Oh, it's bad. Because, like, okay, so, fun history on Cardcaptor Sakura, guys. So, in the manga, because of where I lived, those were always sold out. The mangas were always sold out for Cardcaptors. It was like Cardcaptors and Sailor Moon and the Inuyasha manga. They were always like the first thing sold out. So I was never able to read them as a kid because I really wanted to. And for some reason, finding Cardcaptors merch was so goddamn hard. But I could find Sailor Moon shit everywhere. I don't care about Moon Prism Power, bitch. Okay. Anyway, if you like Sailor Moon, good for you. I'm not a big fan.
Understand because, like, I didn't watch a whole lot of Cardcaptors as a kid because, A, I didn't really have TV. Mm-hmm. But I preferred it more than Sailor Moon. But because of Sailor Moon's popularity, you never got Cardcaptors merch. Yeah. Ever. Of anything.
Because I remember, even as a kid, I remember it was weird that because the episodes were out of order that they were aired. Wow. And some episodes just straight up never aired. And I never knew that. So when I was a young adult. I'm trying to think of, like, because it was like 4 or 5 years ago, because I'm turning 27. I was finally able to get all of the Cardcaptors, the big fat omnibuses of all the manga.
Oh, yeah.
And I bought all of them, and I binged read them. And I remember this because I put it on Instagram. It's probably buried, but I put it on there. I was like, he's gay? What? Like, I literally lost my mind at her brother being gay. Like, her brother's in love with his best friend. Like, they're dating.
Wow.
And I was like, what? And then, like, the whole reason why, like, and there were, like, some things in the 4Kids thing that, like, as a kid never made sense to me because there was, like, when he met, oh my god, what was his fucking name? I don't remember his name in the 4Kids dub because it was all different because they, like, renamed characters. But Moon Man, because he's the moon spirit. When he, like, sees him, he starts, like, blushing and getting really crazy. And, like, as a kid, I'm like, why is Lee blushing?
Like, why are you blushing?
Like, I don't get it. But then, like, in the manga, they have this moment. And in the real anime, in the non-super anti-LGBT, like, 4Kids one, like, he and Sakura eventually have this, like, conversation where they both have a crush on him.
Wow.
And then you find out why. It's because he's the fucking, like, moon spirit. So he's just, like, they're more attracted to, like, his magic, but they're also still, like, little kids. Because that was another thing. In the 4Kids dub, they made them, like, middle schoolers instead of kids.
I know, like, weren't they, like, elementary school
They're
kids?
elementary school kids. Because it ends with them going to middle school. That was, like, how it ended. So, like, when I finally reread the manga, and I read the manga all the way through, I tried so hard to get into the new dub, because they made a new dub, where they re-released all the episodes in, like, in new dub format, in, like, a nice, like, DVD set, and I didn't want to get the DVD set because I didn't want to put my money down on it, but I listened to it, and for me, because I grew up on the 4Kids dub, I could not get past the English accents.
Oh, wow.
So I had to watch it in Japanese. So when Clear Card Art came out, getting a little emotional here because this actually got to me. So the last good year I went to AX. Sounds so bad to say. But the one day Cody and I were going was the day of the Clear Card Arc, like, release. And I didn't know that. And I was like, Cody, we have to go to this. I never want to go to panels, but I never thought in a million years I could go to a Card Captors premiere. And Cody knows nothing about Card Captors. So we went to the Card Captors premiere, and the whole time we're there, and I'm like in beautiful animation like glory watching, because they updated the style like so, it looks so pretty. And I had to lean over and I'm like, okay, so that's her brother. He's gay and in love with the moon. And there's and that guy right there is the reincarnation of the guy who made the cloud cards, and that's also her dad. And he's like, the fuck?
I was like, okay, honey, I believe you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That was Cody.
You're like,
he was
he's
just
gay and he's the moon spirit. He's like, good job, honey.
Yeah.
well,
What's her name? And I only know, I can't remember her name, god damn it. But I know in the English dub it was Madison. I know it's not Madison in the real one. But, like, her best friend even admits that she's, like, in love with Sakura. But she's like, I know she doesn't love me back, and I'd rather not lose her as a friend. I remember being like, this is so mature. Like, what the fuck? 4Kids! Why do you hate the gay?
Because.
And that was another thing I liked about that author. I'm like, everyone's gay.
I was like, it was the 90s.
Being...
They all hated the gay.
Right? Tomio, that was her name, and that was her proper name, yeah. Tomio was
How
her
do
name.
you get that for Marissa?
Well, no, they made her. They named her. They named her Madison,
Madison?
in the 4Kids. Because I remember freaking fucking Seorin. His name was just Lee in the 4Kids dub.
I remember that.
Because I remember when I first read his name, I'm like, the fuck?
You're like, who the fuck are you, bitch?
Yeah, and I'm like, your name's Lee, and it's like, no, my name's like Seorin. Like, I can't even say it wrong.
Kids couldn't say that in the 90s.
What made me mad was the fact that I'd never realized that, like. Because they would, in the 4Kids dub, they would call her Sakura.
Sakura?
Instead of Sakura. So when I first heard, like, it spelled Sakura, I was, like, inbrained to be like, no, it's Sakura. I'm like, no, it's Sakura. I'm like, no.
Like, that's how they said it in the show on 4Kids. It was Sakura.
Yeah. And then, I remember her brother was, like, Tristan or something. Like, it was bad. It was bad. But it's, like... those voices have a connection to me, so that's what's so hard to, like, get
You're like,
past.
I still love it.
Danganronpa. No, I never got into Danganronpa. So I watched the original Fruits Basket. I haven't seen the remake. Did you watch the remake?
Okay, so some context here.
I like how we started with horror movies, and now we're on anime.
Okay, so once in a blue moon, Ashley and I like to play anime roulette. Where pretty much we go on Hulu or Netflix and we just Russian roulette through all the anime, and then we'll just randomly land on one and have to watch the first episode no matter what the fuck it is. Mm-hmm. And so we did that, and it landed on Fruits Basket. And we
new one?
No, the old one.
Oh, okay.
The old, like, mid-2000s one.
Oh, was it the English dub? Or
yes.
The
English one. And so we watched the first episode. I swear to God, it was a fever dream. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Okay, my favorite part of that anime, it's so bad. But there's a character that shows up in it, because I remember, because when they did it in the remake, it was, like, all over Twitter. And people were like, they're not going to keep this scene in. They're totally not going to keep this scene in. Because there's a character with, like, white and black hair. And he goes to school, and one of the class president comes up and is like, you can't have dyed hair in class. You can get super in trouble. And he's like, it's not dyed. And it's like, it's clearly dyed. And he's like, I can prove it to you. And in the manga and in the original anime, you watch him just go into the bathroom, and the president comes out, like, mortified. He's like, yeah, it's your real hair.
Oh!
Yeah, and so everyone's like, are they gonna keep it? And they kept it. They just reanimated. And they made it, like, more extreme. And it's like, you see, like lines. It's just, it was so funny. And I remember, like, when I first watched it, I had to rewatch it because I'm like, wait, did he show him his dick? And then I'm
Probably.
Like, no, but the creator's like, yeah, no, he showed him his pubes because they're black and, like, white, like his hair. And I was like, wow.
Or what was it when fucking we were watching Orin High School Host Cup, kiss, kiss, fall in love. Yeah, I was just like, I watched that like when I was like in school, like many years ago.
Me too.
I was just like, and then I was rewatching. I made it to like episode fucking 6. I was like, how the fuck did I sit through this as a kid? Like, how did I watch this?
Okay, so Orin High School is another one that has like Okay, here's the thing. Cause same thing. I grew up when it was like the Japanese dub was airing in school, and I was on it with all my friends.
But I was like, this shit's fucking creepy. Like, why?
It really is.
It really is creepy. I'm like, as a young child, I didn't fucking register it, but as an adult, I'm like, I watched this. The twins are disgusting. I hate them.
They really are.
Ew, why did I watch this as a kid? How did I fucking sit through this? And I couldn't get past it. I was like, I can't watch this anymore.
God, so I will admit though, a guilty pleasure of mine is every now and then I'll put the English dub on in the background because I can just like listen to it.
Yeah, I'm just like, that fucking shit.
Right, the twins, what the fuck? Pike just comes out of nothing.
No, seriously, I'm just like, how fucked up is
same,
this show?
like I rewatched it, I was like,
and like,
the fucking elephant trunk scene, like mentally scarred me. Anyway,
like, what the fuck?
4 kids murdered my childhood. Imagine Ichigo turning into Zoe. Because they did that with the Tokyo Mew Mew. Because the whole point
I never watched Tokyo Mew Mew. I only read like one manga from
So
that.
I was, this sounds so bad. I was like just too old to watch Tokyo Mew Mew because like that was when like Cardcaptor stopped and everything else stopped. And so when it like came around in my high weeb days.
Your high weeb
I would see people always talk about it, and like I would always see fan art of it, and I'm like, I should watch it. And I watched the Japanese dub because I was in my high weeb days on a tiny little gray
on this gay screen.
This gray screen that was like a 480 pixel thing.
Wow.
I remember those days. We didn't have Crunchyroll and Kiss Anime in my day.
What are you talking about? Kiss Anime doesn't exist.
Oh, that's right.
I watch my anime legally and I pay for it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Kiss Anime
Anime doesn't exist.
No, you're right. I'd only get my anime on Crunchyroll, Funimation, and on Hulu and Amazon.
Yeah, because I pay for all of my anime because I'm a law-abiding citizen. You hear that, YouTube?
But yeah, so I watched it and I could not finish it. But I did think it was funny. That like everybody was literally named after food and like that was their name. So it was like, yeah, here's strawberry, here's lettuce, here's mint. And I remember being like,
and pudding.
Yeah, and pudding.
There was one named Pudding. I remember
Pudding was the monkey. She was the little one.
That's why I remember. I hate monkeys.
But Jesus, yeah. All right, we should probably wrap this up pretty soon.
Oh, how long have we been gone?
An hour and 12 minutes, 13.
Wow.
Here's lettuce. Yeah.
Here's lettuce. I'm like, your mama named you lettuce. She didn't love you. She did not love you.
But yeah, that was a weird thing they did when like they Americanized stuff. And the sad thing is, as a kid, you don't notice it. That was like, okay, another thing I always liked was I loved Digimon as a kid, because Digimon was one of the few things like, no, it's still in Japan.
Digimon.
Digital Monsters?
Yeah, I used to watch that too. The OG one. I never went past the first arc.
I watched the first season before like Kyrie showed up. I didn't get much into season 2. I loved season 3, the one with the cards. Everyone hated that one, but
I never even got that far.
I thought that one was interesting because it was like, oh yeah, the anime exists, and so is the card game, but then like it's real. I thought that was cool.
So it was like Digimon, but let's make this Yu-Gi-Oh.
And then I liked Frontier. Everybody hated Frontier, but that was
I didn't even make it that far.
Frontier was the one where they became the Digimon.
Yeah,
like legit. They pretty much like spirit animaled and became Digimon. I don't know. I liked it because like they had to like actually tame like themselves and they could go crazy. Mm-hmm. And like I didn't realize how much that kind of like story impacted me, and I'm like, I really like this.
You know what show I fucking loved watching as a kid?
Oh no.
Zoids.
Cody liked Zoids. I didn't get into Zoids.
I fucking love Zoids. You can fuck me up with giant robots, man.
If they remake Zoids, are you gonna be on it?
Oh my fuck yes. Because Zoids was my shit.
Speaking of shows, okay, Dragon Prince is coming back. I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
Honestly, we got fed very well this season as far as good anime content and shows.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yes, bring me all the content. Give it to me. But I'm excited for the Dragon Prince too.
Just don't fuck it up. I'm like so scared.
Don't be scared. Have faith.
I want to. But
I just don't want this show to turn into the next Voltron.
Oh my god,
I would be so upset.
I don't know. That's why I kind of like that it's a little bit more geared towards kids. Like people were bitching, it's like
The names are stupid. I was like, this is a kid's show. And I'm like, please remember this.
But I'm like, you know what? Like, I don't know. Freaking... The animation style did take me a minute to get used to.
I will say the first season was kind of jarring on some of the shit. I was just like, what the fuck?
Oh, I love Erebos.
Oh, God.
Like please. I want to know.
I'm like, please, like, the moment that man opened his mouth.
I know he's evil.
I was like, the moment he opened his mouth and spoke, I was like, oh, yeah, you're the one. I'm going to have to love you forever now.
I will admit, though, okay, spoiler for Dragon Prince, if you haven't seen the season 2. Spoiler.
He's hot. That's the
spoiler. Well, no, I was going to say, something that irritated me, but I knew what it was the whole, oh my God, what's his name? The main guy, the main human boy.
The main human boy?
Knockoff Sokka. Yeah, normal boy. But
you're like the Sokka boy.
The guy who's voice acted by Sokka. I feel bad, I don't remember his name.
You mean fucking Callum?
Was it Callum? I was going to say Calvin. I'm like, it's not Calvin.
Not Calvin.
Yeah, Callum, that was it. I knew he was going to be a mage, though. Like, the way they were setting it up,
that was kind of obvious, but you know what? I don't care. I'm here for it.
Oh, yeah.
Go, little coconut head.
Well, I mean, it was also the whole, like... It was also the whole thing of, like, we gotta take this to the dragon. And it's like, oh my God, it's an egg? What? It's a dragon's inside? And I was like, it's called the Dragon Prince. Like, I kind of assumed.
But, there would be a big old lizard
Zim, though, is beautiful. And he needs to be protected.
Him. If anything happens to him, I will kill everyone. Yeah. And then myself.
Yeah. The style's not bad. I'm weird with the, like, 3D, 2D mesh that they're trying to do now.
Yeah, I get it, but I will say they did better in the second season.
They did a lot better.
Because the first season was kind of jarring, but I was like, I'm going to stick through it. I'm going to give it
But what I liked a lot about Dragon Prince was how, something I really, really enjoyed was the fact that, it got dark like Avatar did, and it didn't it did it in a kid-friendly manner, but they didn't ignore it. Like, I feel like Voltron kind of did that, where they're like, we're gonna get really, really dark, but JK, it wasn't real.
JK.
But then, in Voltron, I get to see fucking Lotor's desecrated corpse.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say dick for a second.
What? No!
I was like, wait, which scene was that? Because I missed that.
No, where it's like, and then it's like, well, we didn't see it. I'm like, you literally see his, like, arm fused to his chair. You know what's going on.
Yeah, I was like, by the way,
he got done so dirty.
They did him so dirty. I'm sorry.
Like, they set him up for this great redemption arc, and then they're like, no, you're fucking crazy. Bye.
Bye. You're so crazy. Okay. I was like, oh, that's fucked up.
That had so much potential. There's a really good video about Voltron that I watched that, like, explained a lot. I forget what it is, but it was something titled how, like, Shiro wasn't supposed to come back or something.
Yeah, he wasn't.
I know he wasn't.
He wasn't supposed to come back.
And, like, they explain, like, why the last few seasons were so bad is because the fans, like, lost their nuts that Shiro was dead. Yeah. When, like, I kind of, like, I didn't want him to be dead. I loved Shiro, but I was like...
But I was like, he was not supposed to ever come back. So then they just kind of like, oh, well, now we have to.
Yeah, and then a lot of his other stuff just seemed kind of shoehorned in, and it didn't seem like... It seemed like everything was set up for him to be gone. Like, that was it. And then the whole... Yeah, Voltron, you were so disappointing. You were so good.
But I will say, I do love the Atlas robot. I'm just like, he's a thick bitch, and he was beautiful.
I will say that, too. I will say that, too. Well, Cody always said that, too. Same with it. Cody's like, why is it always that, like, the enemy ships or the one-time ships or mechs are always the coolest-looking ones?
Yeah.
But,
that's how it works.
But, yeah, I don't know. That's what I like about Dragon Prince is, because, like, I don't know. When I rewatched Avatar a couple years ago, because I love Avatar: The Last Airbender, I'm a little iffy on Korra, because it's not as good as Avatar, but Korra has whole other issues to it.
Yeah.
And to me...
I'm kind of like, it was good, but also... Korra as a character just annoys me.
Well, for me, with Korra, I feel like if it just stayed the little spin-off miniseries it was supposed to be, it would have been fine. I think it would have been a lot weren't liked, but it got so big that it was like, we have no idea what to write. Because, okay, let's just talk about that for a minute, because I love these kind of facts. So, when Korra came out, Korra was supposed to be a one-shot miniseries. It's why, like, the romance felt so rushed and everything felt so... It's because it was supposed to be a one-season, one and done.
We're done.
Which is also why, like, when it came back, it was like, okay, what do we do now? I will admit, I did like the lore on Wan that we got. I think it was in season 2. I think it's season 2. It could be season 3. I could be wrong. But, no, it was season 2, because season 3 was the whole, like, Earthbenders are Nazis, but not Nazis thing.
Wow.
Remember that?
Oh, Nazis.
Did you watch that?
Yeah,
okay.
But it's been like literally since it aired, since the last time I fucking watched.
But no, but like when I watched, because Cody and I were like on a binge, and then for Christmas we got like the complete set on Blu-ray, so we're like, let's watch it. And so we went through all of Avatar, and I always loved Avatar, but like I forget that in the last season they full on tell like you have to kill the Fire Lord, like he has to die, like you have to kill him. And, you know, and it's like, oh, and then he doesn't. But it's like, oh, yeah, in a kid show on TV, like, you have to murder this person.
You're gonna murder this bitch?
You know, and then the whole thing with Korra was, yeah, the first season was, like, really rushed and thing, but it was totally like, this was it. And then Nick was like, this did really good, make a new season. And then it was like, then make a new season. And it was like...
Then make another one.
Yeah.
It's just like, why?
And that's when it got to the point where you're like... oh no, there were 4 seasons. There were 4. Because
yeah.
I was wrong. I was like, yeah, because it wasn't the third with the Nazis. The 4th one was the Nazis. The 3rd one was those like, the Airbenders like came back, and the people were like chaos. That's all I remember with them was they were like, we just want to cause chaos.
Yay!
But yeah, that's kind of why Korra was a big mess. It was kind of like Voltron. It was like we wanted to do this thing,
but executive meddling.
And money. Yay!
Yay!
That's why I'm very scared of a show, and I'm like all into this indie stuff now. Like, it sounds so hipster to be like, man, this indie stuff, but it's like,
it seems like indie stuff is the only shit you can trust now.
Yeah.
Oof. I'm just like, you know, they're rebooting all this 80s shit. I'm like, can I please have a rebooted Gem and the Holograms? You know how gay they can make that show? Because if you ever watched the original fucking Gem and the Holograms, that shit was gay as shit. Seriously. And also, as a kid, I loved the Gem songs, and they could totally rewrite some cool-ass songs, and it would be a boppin' show.
Honestly, what was it? I remember when the, like, live-action movie came out, and it was a disaster.
Oh, no, what are you talking about? What Gem movie, live-action movie?
No, but
what are you talking about? That
was,
doesn't exist,
what's so funny to me, though, is that the very end, the fact that Kesha came out as, like, the bad guy, and everyone's like, where was this movie? I would have rather seen Kesha be the bad band. Like, that would have been cool.
We are the misfits. Yeah, I love Gem and the Holograms. That was my shit as a kid. Like, even though that was like a heavy 80s cartoon, but I owned a lot of them on DVD.
Well, that's like, I haven't watched She-Ra yet. I want to, but I know a lot of people like knock on it for the character designs, but I'm sitting here like, all the characters are different, at least. Like, when I looked at the other She-Ra, like, I never watched the original She-Ra. But when I saw it, I was like, yeah, they all look like carbon copies. But the reason for that and why they all have the same body type was because it was cheaper to make one body type doll.
Exactly, because those shows were not designed to tell stories. They only made those shows to sell toys.
Yeah, same with He-Man. That was it.
That was what... It was like that for He-Man. It was
Care Bears.
Care Bears. It was that for the 80s Transformers.
Strawberry Shortcake?
Yeah, they didn't make the shows good for the show. They
literally made it to sell toys to kids.
That's literally the only reason. That's one of the reasons why the 2011 fucking Thundercats reboot got tanked. Was because they tried to use that same logic. They're just like, oh, we're just gonna make this show just to sell toys, and the toys didn't sell.
Yeah, because surprise, toys don't sell like they used to.
It was, the toys didn't sell. Not only that, they aired the show at like 11 a.m. when no one was around to watch it, because it would be during the weekday. I'm like, everyone's at school.
Yeah.
No kid's gonna watch it if it's like at 11 a.m. So therefore, the show never got views. And of course, from that, their toys didn't sell. So they tanked the fucking show. And I was just like, I fucking loved the 2011 Thundercats. And I am so heartbroken that we only got one season. And it left on a fucking cliffhanger. And I will never know the fucking conclusion.
Oh, but I do know that the Thundercats reboot got canned.
You mean the Thundercat
Go, or whatever it was?
Oh, I had a feeling that wasn't going to last very long. Because honestly, when like Cartoon Network made the announcement, they're like, Thundercats is coming. I was like, holy shit, we're gonna finally get the 2011 reboot back. I'm finally gonna get answers. I'm finally gonna see the show again after like how many fucking years. And then they show that trailer. I was just like, I'm gonna go jump off a building right now because you just hyped me up to the fucking moon, and now I'm gonna come crashing down like a meteor. How dare you? Cartoon Network. You can go fuck yourself.
Oh, God. Okay. So I can go on a long thing with this, so I am. And it's like opinions about the Disney. Okay, sorry. No, I haven't seen Troll Hunters. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore your question. I haven't seen Troll Hunters. Have you seen Troll Hunters? It's on Netflix.
No, I have not.
It's a Guillermo del Toro show. I know that Kaylee watched it.
Oh, yeah, she mentioned she watched it.
No, we haven't watched it. But okay, so let's get into the Disney reboot debate. So, the reason for the live-action remakes right now are not because Disney has an urge to retell these stories. It's to keep the copyright within their name. And
on top of that, they've even admitted in interviews that they don't want to take risks on new IPs.
Yeah, they do not want to take risks on new IPs. So many original IPs got canned.
Yeah,
for the reboots.
Their freaking movie Gigantic was tanked, which was supposed to be a complete...
I was so excited for Gigantic.
Because that was a whole new retelling of Jack and the Beanstalk.
I know.
I saw, like, the concept art for that shit, and I was like, it looks so beautiful.
Yeah.
But no, you're gonna give us fucking Dumbo.
Yeah. Fuck
Dumbo. I'm sorry. I never liked that movie, and I didn't like the remake either.
Well, what's irritating is, that Unnatural Vegan actually did a whole video about the Dumbo remake, and, like, she talked about it in depth. I like when Unnatural Vegan does like non-vegan content too. I like her opinions. Anyway, Disney keeps letting me down. Well, the problem is like, okay, so there are original concepts coming out like D23. There's gonna be a new dragon movie coming out. That's an original like kids princess.
Like, is it Disney or is it Pixar? Or one of
it's probably Pixar now that you think about it.
Because, if you think about it, the Disney studio movies are shit, but the Pixar ones are the only ones that are holding up.
I liked Moana. I
will say Moana was good, but it definitely does not have replay value for me.
I will admit that. I don't want to replay it as much as I want to replay, like, Tangled.
Yeah, it's like, I'd rather watch Tangled than watch Moana.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I don't know. The music was good, but I feel like, again, because, like, Frozen, the music was the only thing that saved that movie.
Yeah, which is why I am excited for Frozen 2. I'm actually excited because it looks really story heavy.
I'm there for the snow gecko.
But in the same vein, I don't think it's gonna do well because it seems to be really plot heavy. Like just from the trailers, it seems like it's gonna be really plot heavy, which is stuff I like, but that's not stuff kids like. It's kind of sad to say that,
you
like...
know damn well it's gonna make the money because, it's fucking Frozen.
Oh, well, yeah, it's gonna make the money, exactly. So I'm still gonna see it. I'm just skeptical. But the thing is, too, is the fact that, like... And with the whole Disney streaming service thing, like... It's irritating that Disney doesn't want to take risks, and the problem is... And a lot of people don't realize this, and this isn't like a I know more than you kind of elitist thing, but it's the fact that like I find Hollywood and shit like fascinating and evil and corrupt, and I wish more people looked into it. But ever since the overseas market in other countries, I won't name which, don't want to start anything right now.
We're not going to start anything, but we won't say who.
Because a lot of tariffs, that's the word, on international movies have been lifted from certain countries, a movie can tank here, be openly hated, do a bazillion dollars in those countries, and that's why we're getting sequels to things. Perfect example of this example is the Ice Age movies.
The Ice Age movies, people in Russia love them.
Yeah, no, in Russia, there is like an Ice Age theme park, and because I remember even as a kid, I'm like, I mean, I liked the first and the second one, but why are there all these other ones? No one I know. But in Russia, it does so well that they make so much money in the overseas market, it doesn't matter if it tanks here.
I guess Russians just like Ice Age.
Yeah. And so because of that, and that's just Russia, but because of that, there are a lot of movies that do terrible here, do amazing over there. And it's this whole marketing tactic where they're like, oh, okay, so we're going to make a shitty movie here, but we know it's going to do amazing overseas.
That's business for you,
yeah.
I guess.
And the sad thing is, Hollywood today really isn't about storytelling like it used to be. It's all about money. It's all about making a profit. It's all about that. It's why I have openly made it a thing for myself now that I'm like, I will not see reboots and reimaginings in theaters anymore. I just won't give it my money.
For me, it's just like, it's not worth me wasting my money on.
Exactly.
I'll just wait till I can either A, legally buy it, wink, or I'll just rent it.
Yeah. And that's just it. Like, another good thing was I saw Brightburn. Back around to horror movies real quick.
Okay.
I saw Brightburn.
I recently saw that movie, finally.
Do you see what I'm talking about?
I really liked that movie.
It was...
I was sad that I didn't really hear much about it.
Well, yeah, exactly why. People were upset that, like, you know, they're like, oh, this original concept horror movie did so bad because no one went to freaking see it. And they're like, why are all these remakes of the 80s horror movies happening now? Why are we getting all of this? And it's like, what's making money? The remakes and reboots are making money.
Because those are names people recognize, and they're wanting to be like...
I will admit, one that I did like, but I stuck to my guns and I did not see it in theaters, was the Chucky remake. I wanted to see that one, but I told myself, I'm like, I will not see remakes and reboots in theaters anymore. And I watched the Chucky remake on Amazon recently. I really liked it. I thought it was a really good example of a reboot. I think when you do a reboot, it should be its own standalone thing.
Yeah, and obviously keep some shit.
Well, yeah, obviously.
But, like, if you want to just completely reboot the whole thing, go for it.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of the point.
Oh, yeah. And so that's why. So when I see stuff like that, I won't support it. And I know I'm just one person, but if enough people make a stand, that's what's going to happen. Because the same thing happened back to the animation industry. We were supposed to get a Medusa movie from, I think it was either Illumination or DreamWorks. I forget who it was. But, like, they were so far in it, but the sales weren't there. So they're like, we're going to can it, and we're going to make, I think it was Secret Life of Pets 2 instead. Or something along those lines.
That's gross. That's a gross way to live.
But what makes money?
Sequels. That's why I am absolutely terrified for the Treasure Planet remake.
Yeah.
I'm terrified because that is my #1 favorite Disney movie of all time. And I swear to God, if Disney destroys that movie, that's the final straw. They've already fucked with Kingdom Hearts, and they fucked over that game so hard.
You guys gotta go right.
That they fucked up that game so much that I'm like,
I've been ranting.
I couldn't even fucking finish it. Even though I pretty much know what happens. I'm like, Disney, you motherfuckers, you manhandled that game
Anna,
bad.
People want to know what happened. Explain the Kingdom Hearts stuff. So,
it was kind of garbage, honestly. For a game I waited so
Kingdom Hearts 3.
The third game. I was like, for a game I waited so fucking long for.
Here.
Disney really strongholded and bullied that game to the ground.
Yeah, explain to them why. Explain this whole Square Enix thing.
Pretty much, I think what I hated most about it was there was no Final Fantasy cameos at all in that entire game.
You got silhouettes! You didn't even get a cameo!
I'm just like, really? You took out one of the fun parts of the entire series, and you basically threw it out the fucking window. But no! That stupid Toy Story shit, whatever, that you get a 5-minute fucking battle with the naughty... I'm just like, really?
To be fair, that was funny. Like, Cody and I were like, whoa, this looks like a fun-ass game.
And you know what? That game was a fucking knockoff of a game that they technically canned and rebooted.
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh my God, it was so dumb. I'm just like, this... It's like, yay, we get all these brand new open big worlds. There's nothing to fucking do in them. I'm just like, Disney, I hate you. I really, really hate you. I've never thought in a million years I would say I hate Disney, but I fucking hate Disney.
Oh, maybe it was Sony. Maybe it was Sony with the Medusa movie.
But, yeah, I don't know. I was just kind of disappointed with that game a lot. And it sucks because Disney had a lot to do with it, because they really bullied that game.
What killed it for me, because I was... So I was also really excited for Kingdom Hearts. I'm nowhere near the amount that Anna was.
Yeah, I was
nowhere
waiting
near
too fucking long for that game.
But,
Disney shit in my face.
For me, what happened was, I got pretty far. I was on the last world, technically, before you got to the Aqua stuff.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember what it's called, because I didn't get past it. But they had just, at the time I got it, when there was an article that came out from Disney or Square Enix, I don't remember who, but like it was confirmed that they're like, oh, the DLC confirmed is gonna fix the plot holes and like
DLC coming, we're gonna fix our plot holes. I'm like, what the fuck? That's why I stopped playing. I was like,
same.
What the fuck kind of shit is this?
They even said something like, oh, you're gonna get like 3 whole new worlds too, and I'm like, wait, so the game wasn't done? You're telling me the game wasn't done?
So you're telling me the game wasn't done, even though I've already waited like 6 years for it?
Because so it's to the point now where DLC for me, I can literally only trust 2 companies with DLC anymore. It's true. Mm-hmm. And it is, if not, I legit will wait a year. I will be so excited for a game. I'm like, I'm going to wait a year. We're going to get a Game of the Year for the same price.
Game of the Year edition, and it's going to come with all the DLC.
Yeah, just in it for the $60. I'm just going to do that. Mm-hmm. It's why I kind of, back to originally, like I was talking about Bloodborne, it's why I waited to play Bloodborne for so long, is because I knew they were making DLC for it. And I was like, okay, and then I just eventually didn't get it. I was doing other things. Anyway.
I know. I'm just like, as soon as they said, oh, we're going to fix our plot holes, I was like, what the fuck? Square Enix, what the fuck?
Okay, real quick, because this is good, and then we'll go back to the DLC topic. But someone's like, to be honest, the only sequels that were good are like Shrek 2, Kung Fu Panda 2, and How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Okay.
The thing is, though, think about it. Those came out in a time before sequels were like raiding the cinemas.
Yes.
So like those were clearly,
they had time to like make a good sequel.
Yeah, those were clearly, we had a story in mind and we want to go with it. Mm-hmm. But if you ever notice shortly after that, like, that's why I was so sad for How to Train Your Dragon 3. I did like it.
I was like, I liked it, but I'm sorry, the trailer literally gave away the entire
whole movie.
fucking
The whole movie.
The whole movie. I was like, okay, so I already know what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
And then Funko fucked up real hard.
Yeah, and they released the goddamn babies before the movie was even out.
Yeah, like before the movie even came out, Funko, the actual official Funko site, released an image of their new set of Funkos, which included all the babies they had. So people were like, thanks for fucking ruining the fact that they were gonna have babies. And I'm like, well, so you fucked up, Funko.
And you know what's sad? That isn't the first time Funko's done that either. Because Funko, I remember the first time it blew up, because they're like notorious for doing this.
Yeah.
Was because they're like pre-orders for Giant Man when Civil War was coming out.
Oh.
So people were like, oh, well, now I know we're getting Giant Man. Like.
Yeah, so Funko, like, dropped the ball on that. But it's like, literally both trailers for How to Train Your Dragon literally gave away the entire movie. Yeah. And I was all like, thanks for that. Mm-hmm. And honestly, like, it was an okay movie, but it did not hit me as hard as the second one did. The second one, I feel like, is the best fucking one.
Yeah, no, I'll totally agree. I totally agree with that.
The second one was honestly my favorite out of all 3 movies. That one, like, I don't cry for movies. That one made me fucking cry, like, multiple times in that movie.
Yeah, and so, all right, and then, let's go back to DLC real quick. So the only companies that DLC that I trust anymore are Bethesda's games in either the Elder Scrolls, not online, the Elder Scrolls series, and the Fallout series. And the reason for that, the other one's Nintendo, and I'll go into that. The reason for that is because whenever they've released DLC in the past,
it was actually worth the money.
It was normally really affordable, and you got a whole other continent, whole other stories, whole other like side quests and missions and perks and stuff. And so I'm like, this is value DLC. This is DLC done the right way. This is an add-on to a finished story that doesn't affect
the story.
People can fight me about Liberty Prime. That was the one I didn't like, but because in Fallout 3, when you like die at the end of it, they're like, you don't really die. We gotta make Liberty Prime, man. Giant mech. That was the one I didn't like. I didn't like the Liberty Prime DLC of Fallout 3. But, like, the fact that, like, you go to, like, New Orleans, like, you actually, like, take a ferry and, like, go to New Orleans, and I'm like, there you go, you're in a whole other state now. Same with Fallout New Vegas, like, the DLCs where, like, you're going to whole
The only thing I know about Fallout is what little bit I remember from Fallout 4 when Chris was playing it. So I don't really know nothing about Fallout.
Well, they did the same thing. Their DLCs were good. Like, Nuka Land and stuff is, like, you can be a raider now, and you can, like, run a theme park pretty much. So like, same with Skyrim, like with Dragonborn, Dawnguard, and well, you didn't really need freaking Hearthfire, but Hearthfire like lets you build a house. So it's cool. It's like, oh, okay, you can build a house. But like with those two things,
just imagine Fallout Happy Homemaker.
Honestly, that's pretty much what it is. Like that's pretty much what it is. But it's for Skyrim. It wasn't Fallout. But no, but like that was it. Like so with those, you get like whole new storylines, whole new perks, whole new places, whole new things you can get there. It's like, see? Cool. With, oh, hey, you still screaming. Yeah, hey, Gun Moon, how you doing? We love you,
hello,
Mooney.
there's a Gun Moon there.
Peef is, like, popping up every now and then. I missed you today. I missed us together, too.
I know, we never get to see each other.
I guess technically this would be a Twisted Kaiju podcast at this point, because we're all over the place.
A podcast talking about nonsense. Nonsensical things.
Because we're not Twisted Dracona anymore.
Yeah. We have evolved.
To a higher being.
But,
and the only other one I can trust is Nintendo. Because Nintendo, so far, their DLCs don't complete the story. Mm-hmm. It's add-ons. Like, I am a Fallout tard. I mean, not Fallout. I mean, I am, but I'm not. That, Fire Emblem tard. And all of the Fire Emblem DLCs for Echoes, for Awakening, for Fates, all of them didn't have to do with the story. They were like, oh, here's a couple of funny add-ons. Here's a couple of lore things that you don't need to know. But if you want to, it's there.
There it is.
Yeah.
See, I can appreciate stuff like
I
that.
appreciate stuff like that. And so because of that, same with, like, honestly...
I will say The Witcher had very good DLCs. Like, that were actually fucking worth it.
That's true, but I haven't played The Witcher,
I know, because, like, honestly, Blood and Wine, chef's kiss. That was a beautiful DLC.
That's another really good one, yeah.
Yeah.
So, another good one. Last of Us. The Last of Us DLC. Because technically...
Oh, wait. What was The Last of Us DLC?
It's her and her girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
It's like before everything happens.
Yeah. Sometimes my brain thinks that was just part of the game. I'm like, no, that was the DLC.
Yeah. Well, no. It's because you had the PS4 copy. It came with it on it.
Oh, right. So
we had
for us, it was just part of the game.
Yeah, because we had the PS3 copy when it came out. So, but again, that's just Ellie's backstory. You didn't need to know that to be attached to Ellie in the game.
Yeah, because you got that throughout the fucking game.
It's just now there's that extra layer. Have you ever played Minecraft Story Mode? No, I haven't played any Minecraft game. Sorry.
The only
I don't do the Minds of Craft.
There was only one time I ever played Minecraft, and I was playing it on someone else's account, and I accidentally set someone's library on fire. On accident, because I was trying to put fire in the fireplace.
All I know about Minecraft is now they have bees.
Yeah, I remember everyone losing their shit over the bees, and I saw.
I'm not gonna lie. They were kind of cute.
Kind of cute. They're fucking adorable. All the fan art
They can turn into evil bees. Apparently, if you like punch one or something, they can become like they get like red eyes, and they're like.
Well, I mean, I'd turn evil too if someone punched me. Especially if I was a bee.
I also know that that's how you get sticks. Is apparently you just punch a tree, and then it just turns into sticks.
If only that was the case. But yeah, I only ever played it once, and I didn't know what to do, so I ended up catching stuff on fire. So I'm like, and then they were just like, get off my account. And I'm like, okay. And that's how it ended. My 20 minutes of fucking around on Minecraft.
Yeah, so sorry, no Minecraft Let's Play in your life. But yeah, those are the things, and like, right now they're doing DLC for Three Houses, and they've done clothing packs, and some people are bitching that's just clothing packs. But Nintendo said, they're like, you're getting story DLCs. Like, you're getting this. You're getting new characters. And that's something else I'm okay with, because they did that with freaking Breath of the Wild. Like, when you got the season pass, the first couple DLCs were like, here's some outfits. But you're getting a story. That also, that doesn't affect the main plot.
That's the champion ballads, right?
Yeah. Which I liked that because, like, this isn't a spoiler, because, I mean, you get, like, an extra flashback, but it's not a big deal. But what I liked about that was that you end up going back to the Divine Beasts, and you end up having to fight the Divine Beast again,
But you only get to fight them with the weapons and shit they had on them.
Yeah, when they died.
Well, I'm like, well, no wonder they fucking died.
Yeah, like, freaking Mifa had, like, 10 arrows and a spear. I'm like, oh my god.
I was like, no wonder that bitch is dead. No wonder this bitch is dead. No wonder this bitch is dead.
And it was that and the Sheikah Slate, because they couldn't take that out, obviously. Yeah. But it's one of those things where you're like, I don't know, for me, I felt so much worse. It's like, is all they, no wonder they died.
It's like, I fell in love with the characters as is through the game, and now I'm like, wow, they were not prepared.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Do you know the game Persona 5? I know of it. I haven't played.
Yeah, I know of Persona.
I started playing it when I was dog sitting. I did not get far.
I only know what Persona is because of Lana.
Yeah, that's what
That's
it
it,
was.
because she loves those games.
Oh, she loves all of them.
She loves them. So, like, that's the only reason why I know even of Persona.
Yeah. I know it's blasphemy, sorry. Persona 5 is good. I know it's good. There's a lot of games that are good that I need to play that I don't.
Oh god, I'm behind on so many games. I'm just like, I'm the
my
worst
poor
gamer.
my poor slimes have been wanting because I can't stream on my computer anymore. Games. I can still stream because we're streaming right now.
I was like, oh, Chris going to bed.
Oh, is he? Actually, it's almost 11. I miss Cody didn't text me yet.
Well, Chris has to get up at 3 a.m.
Oh, is his shift that early?
Yeah, they're 3 a.m.'s shifts. So, I mean, yeah.
Scram? Do you play Portal? Oh, I love Portal. I've played Portal.
I've never played.
Okay.
I've only watched.
I played Portal 2. I technically haven't played Portal 1 because I didn't have anything to play it on.
What? That was like PS3, wasn't it?
That wasn't even that. That was like Half-Life when Portal 1 came out. Like when Half-Life came out, that's right around when Portal came out.
Yeah, like.
And I never played Half-Life either, but I know
never watched Portal. I've never actually played it.
I loved Portal. I loved Portal 2. I wish they made a Portal 3, but I know Valve can't count to 3, so it's not gonna happen. I always wanted a potato GLaDOS. People on Etsy have made it. Like, they've made potato GLaDOSes.
Oh, wow.
Or GLaDOSes? I know it's GLaDOS, but it's multiple. Alright, guys, but I think we're good. I think we should probably end here, because I'm coming down.
You're coming down.
I'm getting speepy. My friend gifted me Danganronpa 2 and 3 for the PSP. They're in Japanese, though. I mean, it's still nice, though. It's the thought that counts. But thank you guys for coming to our Friendiversary stream. We love you. Sorry we can't do podcasts like we want to. It's literally just gas money, pretty much.
Gas money, time.
And you would have to do it here, because you don't really have a place to really record audio.
Because, yeah, we got a lot of noise at our house usually, so.
Yeah. Right, so, but yeah. We love you. We'll try to do another one again semi-soon, but don't hold out hope.
Yeah. Well, I'm here for the whole weekend, so.
That's true, but I don't want to do 2 live streams in one weekend. That seems like a lot. Oh, unless you want to log into your account and then just do it here.
Oh, God.
All right. Love you guys. Sleep tight. Have fun. Thank you. Bye.